Hit 'em.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Banco Boxing, man. It's your first time on the channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I'm dropping. Get into it in this quarantine. But anyways, guys, I went on boxing scene. A lot of people already did videos on this. CJ Goodfellow, of course, hardest working man in boxing. No cap, man. No cap, man. Shout out to him. But anyway, man, boxing scene article, I'll make sure I put the link in the description. It says Danny Garcia aims for July return. Eyes a Spence showdown. And I'm scrolling through this so you guys will see on there as well. I'm going to see if I find any things that stand out in this article. Let's see. Philadelphia's Garcia revealed plans that remain on course to face unbeaten and unified welterweight titleist Errol Spence. Although whether that coincides with his targeted summertime ring return remains to be seen. A fight between Spence, DeSoto, Texas-based Spence, was due to take place earlier this year, but postponed due to COVID-19. The two were due to collide in January, only for Spence to sustain injuries from a single car crash last October. Let's see. So I'm just go down here. You can read this for yourself while you're watching the video. But it says Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC, reminded the boxing world of Garcia's place as a mandatory challenger to the sanctioning body's welterweight title. Spence will already be due to face the winner of the IBF interim welterweight title fight between Kudratilo Abdulkarov, I think I said that right, and Sergey Lipinets, which won't leave him much room to face anyone else but Garcia once he's ready to return to the ring. So this is a very short article. This is my first time clicking on it. I thought it was going to be more on here. But as you guys know, we've been telling everybody that Danny Garcia was most likely getting that Errol Spence fight. As you guys know, from also the article saying, if you've been under a rock, you know Errol Spence suffered that had a fatal car crash that, you know, he lived from, and he hasn't fought since he fought. I'm sorry, God, this is live, so you hear this, it's funny. He hasn't fought since he fought Sean Porter last September, and the last interviews I saw with him, I forgot what fight it was, or it was either him or Derrick James. Derrick James said, you know, he hadn't really been back sparring yet. We seen him in the gym. We know that Errol Spence's face hasn't went down too much, but so maybe either he got implants or something's going on, maybe some scar tissue in the face that messed up, that got his face a little swollen, that probably won't change, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe not go back to normal. Who knows? Only time will tell. I mean, we've seen instances like this in the past with Miguel Cotto after his fight with Margarito. All that scar tissue will cause Cotto's face to swell and cut very easily, and it'll make it seem like somebody was doing more than what they were to him. But all I can say is, man, we saw Danny Garcia. He fought Ivan Redcash. I think that was this past January on Showtime. Looked horrible. We found out, I mean, he didn't really have, I can't say he didn't have a good camp, but he had to drop a lot of weight to fight Redcash. And one of the biggest things that's happening at PBC is, if you tuned into the video I did with Bomac in Barbershop, Bomac said about like nothing solid at PBC, and because they don't have promoters and they don't have deals. And what he means by that is PBC fighters don't sign X amount of fight deals most of the time with a certain network. So they don't even have their fights mapped out for who they're going to fight. So the reason a lot of times you see like a Danny Garcia, or we found out later after Keith Thurman fought Manny Pacquiao, that he had to drop a lot of pounds. Because those guys are sitting around, they don't know when their next fight is happening. Now, granted, if you're smart, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's one of my favorite quotes. I think Floyd said it, and of course a lot of other people said it before. That's what I try to do in my life. Anything in my life, I try to stay ready so I don't have to get ready. But as we know, life always has a way of being unpredictable, and some stuff you can't be prepared for. But in this case, you being a professional athlete who was making $1 million of fights, you shouldn't balloon that much up in weight. You need to get a nutritionist that you pay year round And you don't have to do heavy exercising like you do in the gym when you're cutting weight and in camp. But you need to stay around maybe, what, 15, 20 pounds out. That way you can focus on boxing and not having a fat cap. We don't know what Errol Spence is going to look like, because we don't know if he's been sparring or not yet, because we have the COVID stuff going on now. So we don't know how that's affecting him being able to spar, anybody being around people. You know, you don't want to be susceptible to get caught with that virus. It's pretty deadly out here. And same thing goes for Danny Garcia, except Danny Garcia has been in camp already. He's pretty much in shape. It's going to be easy. And this fight is going to be pretty interesting. As we know, Danny Garcia has slow feet, not the most athletic, has issues like cutting out the ring and other stuff. But to me, honestly, Danny Garcia has underrated defense. He has a new strength and conditioning coach, and he can punch in both hands. And that could be an issue for Errol Spence. I know for a fact Danny Garcia hits harder than Sean Porter. And I can say that because Sean Porter throws a whole bunch of punches and bunches. He's not necessarily trying to hurt you. He's trying to wear you down. And if Errol Spence fights Danny like he did Sean, he might get caught. You possibly could see Errol go on the ground. And that's not saying Errol will lose, but it's possible that it could happen. And Danny Garcia said after that fight, Errol is there to get hit. So this will be an intriguing matchup. It's still a good fight. I mean, I think it's a good fight for Errol, because on the other hand, let's say this. What if Errol stopped Danny Garcia? And we know Danny Garcia got a chin. He has a chin. He took some hellacious shots from Keith Thurman in that unification bout, that was 3 years ago. So Danny has a chin. If Errol's able to do that to him, you know, you possibly have to put him. I have to put him over Bud. If he's able to stop or do something that we never seen happen to Danny Garcia, I have to put him over Bud. So it's a win. It can go two ways. But for Errol Spence, he got to be focused. I got videos of Errol still being in the club, partying and dancing and stuff. And if he's doing that and he's not focused, or he relapsing something in his mind from that wreck, it could pose to be some serious issues for Errol Spence, man, or as I've been calling him lately, E&J Spence. For Danny Garcia, this probably gonna be his last hurrah, because after this fight, and if they try to make this pay-per-view, he'll be an okay draw, but nobody really wants to see Danny. Danny's not that. He's not a superstar in boxing. He's a star, but he's not a superstar, and a lot of the masses don't know who he is. Unless you like, a diehard, you don't know who Danny Garcia is. So this can be either, make his career go more upward, or this could be it. That's how I look at Danny Garcia right now, man. So hey, he's training hard because he's had some tough losses at welterweight. His record has been pretty lackluster at 147. But yeah, man, hey, if you made this far in the video, man, please make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon, share the video so you can help all the masses. Hear me educating y'all about, Danny Swift Garcia and Errol, the truth drinker of E&J Spence, prepared to get it on in July. But as we know, that could be pushed back due to this corona. Hey, man, but y'all be safe. Y'all be careful. Banco Boxing, I'm out.